now operating across North. You are a northerner listening to me, watching me right now. And in your mind, I shouldn't be saying this, right? Because it will make your Buhari look bad. But they say facts and figures don't lie. Even if you don't know all of this before, even if you don't know why these killings continue, can you at least for once, right, look into this and realize that there is no other place to point to, just to the same criminals that you call your leaders? And it is the truth. They will release another 603. They will de-radicalize them. They even live better than most of the Buharidins and the Buharididiris I know. Most of the Buharidinotus, Buharidijatus who are now beggars on social media. These guys live better than them. If you see some of the pictures they have on here, these are the repented Boko Haram fighters. They pay them. They even said they were going to send them for foreign education. There was a time someone was moving a motion in the National Assembly to send them to, you know what I mean, to send them to abroad to go and study how to read and write. And all of you, the obedient fools, the humbled slaves, the sophisticated morons, you are here on social media ignoring this. You are fighting for, probably you are busy now thinking how to become a cleaner for Keyamo. A cleaner for Keyamo that will be collecting 20,000 naira. And you can clap for Buhari and say, thank you, Buhari, for giving me this 20,000 naira. Some people don't give us anything. Is that really your destiny? Now, they pay them. They free them. You don't know what happened to them. But you ended up seeing more killings and more killings and more killings. In Daura, I'm going to check this out for you and I will read it out as well. Daura village head kidnapped. District head. This is the man from Boko Haram's village. As we speak right now, he's been a victim too of Buhari's incompetence. His own people are suffering. Now, here is a part of the story I actually want to read out. It says, at a quarterly meeting with northern traditional rulers in Kaduna on Tuesday, the acting inspector general of police, blah, 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 said that 1,071 persons lost their lives in crime-related cases across the country in the first quarter of 2019. This was back last year. May, when they kidnapped Boko Haram's district head. Many Nigerians are now living as refugees in Cameroon. So, in 2017, are you listening? In 2017, in Cameroon alone, they have approximately 97,400 refugees, asylum. Now, 44,000 of them are from Nigeria. 80% of that figure, they come from Kastina State. From Boko Haram State. For the first time, these are the people. They now live in Cameroon as refugees. People in Cameroon, like Nigerians from Kastina, from all these places, now living in Cameroon. Jesus. Okay? That's not all. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know that. I didn't bring that up earlier to show you. So, let's hold on to that. Insecurity at its worst. And more killings, more death, supervised by the jihadi government that you want to root for or stand for. You're rooting for, whatever it is. Again, there was a time that this national security advisor to Boko Haram came out to tell us that the fight against Boko Haram has been compromised by the people within. People within. Who are the people within? They are the people who take decisions that shouldn't be making decisions. The former chief of staff to Bukwari, your former president who died, Abba Kyari, was giving orders to the Nigerian Army when he has no authority at all. Retired General Moguno, National Security Advisor to Bukwari, was so pissed that he had to write a letter to all the service chiefs, all the security heads, and told them to stop taking orders from Abba Kyari. So there was a time that it was so obvious that that could be the end of Shekau and the rest of his gang. But rather than that to happen, order came. They said they have closed him. They've closed him in. It was about to be finished at that point. Order came in from Abuja that they should back off. And they actually back off. Shekau escaped. Another time was when Nigerian Republic Chad decided to go after Boko Haram from their own country, and they chased them. They chased Boko Haram to as far as Borno, while Buratai, the butcher, was busy molesting, harassing, and bullying Nigerians across the place. Chad chased Boko Haram in. But guess what? That was the moment as well that Buratai, the butcher, decided to fly to Borno, and they stopped Chadian army from going after Boko Haram that escaped to Borno in Nigeria. And after that, the carnage continued. The Were that flew to Borno to go and stop Chad from fighting on the territory of Nigeria went there to start serving them jollof rice. It was serving the few soldiers they could find and start serving them jollof rice, while the real ones that are fighting are busy in the bush with no ammunition to prosecute the war. So they work for them. They work together. And if they are not, why is it still raging this long? And we now have Fulani herdsmen. I call them Boko Haram too. In Kastina State, with the money they have, with the rubber they get all the time, they ended up paying over 100 million naira to bandits so that they can stop disturbing Kastina people. In Kastina State, the insecurity has escalated so bad that the state governor had to travel into the bush to go and find bandits to give money to. So he traveled kilometers into the bush. They didn't go there to apprehend or arrest all those terrorists. They went there to pay them money. 2 months after that, the same Mumu governor is out saying, I regret paying all these terrorists too. It's the only thing they know is violence. Now, the same way the governor is organizing today in Kastina, they are organizing prayer session so that Allah can help them fight Boko Haram or help them fight bandits. Thousands of people in Kastina, they are either refugees or they are in the captivity of the bandits. And they have different chapters of bandits in Kastina State. Most of their highways, motorways, expressways are no longer accessible because they are now den of terrorists. The same thing happened. Kaduna Abuja expressway. It used to be, back then people used to complain about a bad portion of the road. Today, they have abandoned the road completely. You see that it's not making any news anymore, Abi. It's not making any news because people have accepted and adjusted. Now they take the train from Kaduna to Abuja. It's no longer safe to travel on Kaduna Abuja expressway anymore. Same thing, it's no longer safe to travel from Kano to Borno, the Adamawa to Borno expressway too. Dambarua or something they call the road. The insecurity has escalated so much that even members of House of Assembly, House of Representatives, senators, they no longer go to their ancestral homes anymore. They no longer go to their direct wards anymore. In Borno State, they tell you they have, I don't know how many local government they have, maybe 20 or 30. They will tell you they have 30 local governments in Borno State. But guess what? Only one local government is functioning. They have actually collapsed the entire state into the state capital because it's like all of them are now refugees in the state capital. People are now, those who are living in those scanty villages and the rest of them are those who couldn't make it to the state capital. They are those that are being killed most by the new terror group called the Fulani Herdsmen in Nigeria, organized by Maiyegun. So for the first time, we have a terror organization that publicly came out to tell us that they are indeed the representatives of the Fulani terrorists, Fulani herdsmen. You cannot beat that. I have lived long enough to tell you that I have never seen anything like that. That an organization will come out and they will be recognized by the government as the speaker, representative of Fulani terrorists. Come on. I've never, that probably will be the lowest I've seen. But yes, we have Maiyegun in Nigeria threatening elected governors in Nigeria who refuse to give them land. And we see our representatives, yeah? The Vice President to Boko Haram, the Ordinary Commissioner, Ekene Shatabandu, Fake Pastor, Ruga, Agbowoni Babaoja of Nigeria, who also happen to be the special advisor on condolences, burial arrangements, and trader money. To Boko Haram, the lifeless one, is a Yoruba man. Now, he can't speak up. Even you will see thousands and thousands of moronic or moron Yorubas that will tell you, what do you want him to say? You know why they are asking? Because they know if he see anything, they will punish him. And he has no power to defend himself. Then when you now ask them, why is he there then? Why can you now say, why are you saying Oshibajo is representing Yoruba in Buhari's government? So if Oshibajo is representing Yoruba in Buhari's government, how come Yoruba cannot speak? They say if Yoruba, that means if Oshibajo speak, they will punish him. So which means if Oshibajo speak on behalf of Yoruba, that is the government punishing Yoruba. An idiot Abobaku, who claim to be a Yoruba, those ones we call the Afonja Yorubas, they will tell you, they love that line of argument, right? They will tell you, you cannot do anything. What do you want him to do? He's just a vice president. And they are educated. Listen, they are educated. Because that is the ideology they are forced on them. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to them. Without Oshibajo, Buhari will not be president. That's the truth. Without any vice president on that ticket, there will never be any presidential candidate. It is just what it is. That means it's called joint ticket. But when you already have this slave mentality, that since you are vice, then you are just useless, you cannot speak your mind. And since you cannot speak your mind, then you have to remain vice president because your people want you to remain a dumb, an idiot that cannot speak his mind because they don't want you to lose that position. Of what benefit is that position when someone who you said is representing Yoruba in a government cannot speak up? Because if he tries to speak the truth, they are going to punish him. Now, he cannot speak that truth, and he cannot also leave that government, and he is representing Yoruba, even if Fulani herdsmen, Fulani terrorists have already taken over all our bushes, all our forests. 1,742 locations. 1,742 locations have been identified as Fulani hideout in Yoruba land, and they can strike anytime. They are killing people right now, and they are doing everything to bury those stories, to bury those reports. And whenever they get caught in Yoruba land, they have to be sent immediately to the police and get released immediately in Yoruba land. They are killing our young people. SARS, milking our people, turn them to, frustrating the life of the young people in Yoruba land. And the vice president, who is a Yoruba man, cannot say it. Because if he says it, they are going to punish him. That is the explanation of a Buhari Ditene. Àwọn wèrè afọ́fúngbẹ́mu, àwọn ọmọkọ́mọ, àwọn ọmọ ẹranko, àwọn ọmọ ìrankíran in Yoruba land. A Yoruba man will tell you he cannot do anything. If he cannot do anything, why is he there? Do you want him to leave the place? Okay, then stop saying that he's representing Yoruba, because he's not. How difficult is that? I cannot speak to make a change. I will be punished. I cannot resign because, well, I'm representing my people. You are not. You're fucking representing yourself. So when you listen to any Yoruba idiot pushing that line, just know where they are coming from. The humbled slaves, the sophisticated morons, and then we have them, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, social media bandits, Facebook adsmen, bringing that line of argument. Yoruba now, we are no longer relevant. That is just the explanation. You lie to Yoruba people that Yorubas, hey, if you vote for Oshibajo, then when you failed, you keep placating Yorubas to tell them that, you cannot, it's just a vice president. Now Oshibajo is now just a vice president. Someone that should be representing the people, representing over 60 million people. That person is now just. To Buhari, the man that is representing less than 10 million people in the project Nigeria. That one, whatever it says, is final. And you representing the population of over 60 million intelligent, reliable people, you cannot speak because you are just a vice president. And you want me to accept that? You want me to join you and say, well, it's true, Sha. He's just a vice president. Emma Bonokuni. For those expecting that. So he is part of it. He cannot say anything. And all these stealing, killings, none of them is unknown to him. He cannot live. He cannot talk. And we just have to just indulge them. No. We won't. We won't. It is deliberate that they will cover the terrorists, protect the terrorists, and they will come for you who try to ask them or call them out. The Shiites, I don't know if I pronounced that there right. The Shiites, they were peaceful people. To me, they are. They are peaceful people. They have their faith, just like you have yours. If you say you are a Christian and they say they are Shiite, even if they say they are worshiping whatever it is, they are not different from you. It's their faith. Now, if anything happen at all that they have violated any public order or worldview, what you will do is you will use the state power, you will use the law to curtail them. You don't use the state power, state law, resources to crush them because they have a different religious faith to yours, and you will never want that to happen. They didn't tell you the full story. The stories of the Shiites and the killings of Shiites by this government in Nigeria is deliberate. It's not because they have anything against, anything up that is illegal. No. And all the political, all those ones who claim to be emirs, all those ones where they put on a whole bed shit in their head to pretend like they are intelligent, they are the spiritual leader, this and that, all those mad people. They are among. They are watching their people being killed on different political considerations that are irrelevant to the people they claim to be leading. Buratai the butcher coordinated the killings of the Shiites. They killed and killed and killed. Kaduna Littlefinger, El Rufaya of Kaduna, also used the state resources to give them mass burial and bury the evidence. People will excavate, all those things will be exhumed. They will be exhumed someday. All the bodies of those they killed and buried. They killed the Shiite. You saw the video. We watched everything live. Some of you are justifying the killings. You are justifying the attack. Because to you, if you should say it's wrong, then you will be saying Buhari is wrong. And it's never going to happen, because to you, that would mean you are wrong to have believed that Buhari was anywhere a leader. We watch it like a movie. Nigerian Army, Nigerian soldier, elite, the elite team from the presidency. Do you know that those who were shooting at Shiite in Abuja in 2015, 2016, do you know that they are actually not proper soldiers from they brought them from they call them the elite presidential guide. They brought them from the presidency. Their job is that you will never know their identity. They came on the street of Abuja. They shot Nigerians. They shot Nigerians live on camera. And they are still walking about, driving about, calling themselves your leaders. And you actually believe that you are a terrorist. Very soon, the hand of the law will catch up with you one way or the other. You are a terrorist as a terror enabler. We saw how they shot and killed people. Young people, children. With cut off limbs and all of that. Young children. And no pim from the northern leaders. No pim from them. Everybody just pretended like pim, nothing happened. They saw the video. They saw. In fact, they when Amnesty International and the rest of the other platform began talking about it, then that's when all these Olori Brukus, these mad people from the north, those your mad leaders, those your criminal thugs, those touts, those your religious leaders, those terrorists you call leaders in the north. Then they wanted to defend the northern. They want to defend the northern integrity. Don't bring religion to it. Don't stop attacking the north. It's a problem. They are troublemaker. Someone should interpret it for them. And so you want me to now stand here and pretend that it makes sense? Yeah. No, pim. They kill Shiite. They killed them. They killed 1,100 in Kaduna. They killed in Zaria, 1,100 plus they killed in a single day. They were going inside, killing them like this. And they carried all their bodies, gave them a mass burial in Kaduna. You think the truth will not come out later? It's going to come out. They're not going to be in there forever. You, northerners, you will ask them someday. And they will bring those bodies and other killings they are committing in the north. They will bring the bodies out and those who committed them. They killed them. They killed people. Live on camera. Nothing happened. They got away with that. Then, boom, Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy. You know that stuff. Let me hear something from Alexa. Alexa, tell me about Biafra. Sorry, my volume. Alexa, turn it up to 7. Now, Alexa, Biafra. My volume is still acting up. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Nnamdi Kanu came and he said, I have seen something. Oh, if you guys are not careful, these guys will begin killings in the way you've never seen before. In fact, the plan is to spread fear among every tribe, Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, and this and that. And their plan was to take over everywhere. It sounded like, what was he talking about? What's this guy talking about? So many Nigerians who are allergic to truth. Unfortunately, I was one of them. Unfortunately, at the time. Because I was like, it's not going to happen. If they want to take over land, they can take over their land. In Yoruba land, it's not going to happen. I was wrong. Even though I was partially right, but I was wrong thinking nobody will ever even bring up that idea. How you want to take our land? How? That could be war now. You have to kill us before you take our land now. Like in Yoruba, where me I come from. But I was wrong.